I just wanted to share with you another book that I made as part of the 5 books 5 days challenge presented by Allie Manning. And this one I started out with a ribbon closure that I had hand dyed. It's silk ribbon, and I dyed it with avocado pits. And the paper that I used is Fabriano, and it's hot press paper. And for the front flap, I added a piece of vintage lace, and what I did is I added color to it by just using a brush like this and rubbing it on a stamp pad that I have of archival ink and just rubbing it on the lace, and I like how that turned out. Now on the in the challenge there was a lot of different ideas of how to decorate your book, and well, your books, and they were wonderful, but one of them was how to use watercolors with stencils, and it can be done, but it is tricky, and I wasn't very successful with it. You know, I got more of a blobby effect from it, and I'm sure with a little practice I could have done a little better, but I really didn't like how it came out, so I went back in with watercolors and just kind of painted more detail on the roses. And I also used some stamps that I had in my stash, and I used sepia colored archival ink for that, and then I also used it on the edges. And then for the inside of the book, for the background, since I didn't really like what I did on the back because of the, you know, there wasn't as much detail as I would have preferred, I start out with a French script stamp that I have, and then I painted over it, and I just, you know, actually went in and painted the roses and the leaves all on the background. And then one of the things that I had asked was if you could use rice paper for your signature, and Allie told me that I could, but it would probably be a good idea to reinforce where you're going to sew it in. So what I did is for the rice paper inset, I reinforced each of the areas that I was going to sew into the book with the antique lace that I had used originally on the flap. And the reason why I chose the rice paper is, 1, I had it, and 2, I really like the kind of translucent look that it has. And so what I did is I directly painted roses on it, and I also painted fairies that I designed onto it. And you know, it just kind of, I really kind of like how it came out, and I think I'll use rice paper again in my books. And it has that nice crinkly sound, so you know, the whole experience. But so that's basically it for this book, and I hope you enjoyed viewing my video. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you're having a really creative day. Bye now.